Hello, welcome to our midweek devotional. As you can see, I am not in the church building at this time. There might be a little bit of extra background noise behind me, trying my best with some microphones through these AirPods apparently. But we're in Indianapolis at a theological pastors conference put on by the Gospel Coalition. Both Rick and Randy and myself are all here. Just a time of refreshing and equipping and encouragement. And, as you can tell, I do have a speaking voice as of this moment compared to last Sunday. I have not tried any singing yet, so I do hope to be able to sing with you this coming week. But something that I'd like to touch on in these next few minutes is this idea that of hope, of Christ in us. Last week, that was one of the things that Rick was emphasizing or pointing out through our passage in Colossians, that Christ is in us. And throughout this conference, the theme has been hope in wilderness, in going through the book of Exodus. And we see throughout the events of Exodus that God continues to show us who He is and that He is involved in the lives of His people. He shows us that He is a holy God, the God of salvation, the God above all gods, the God of righteous judgment against sin, the God who leads, who provides, and who fights our battles for us. He is a sovereign God. God shows us clearly that He is our only hope in the wilderness. There's no striving we could do on our own that would cause us to be successful and to find fulfillment and meaning in wilderness. And that's not seen any more clearly through the person of Jesus Christ. And He is the only one who could make a way for salvation, living the life we could never live, paying the debt we could never pay, through His sacrificial death, and then rising victoriously from the grave over the power of sin and death, conquering it completely. Colossians 1:27 says, God wanted to make known among the Gentiles the glorious wealth of His mystery, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory. So when we put our faith in Jesus, all that He is living in us. So the same God that Israel saw throughout the Exodus, as God was revealing Himself to them, is the same God alive in us, living in us through Jesus Christ. Now, we no longer have to try to find hope in this world or try harder to please God, because Christ is in you. Christ is in me through faith. And as we grow in submitting to His Lordship in our life, we will not only experience the hope of life in Him, but Christ becomes the hope to the world around us. Christ is seen in our lives as hope to those who are still lost and in their own wilderness. And by being Christ, others will find hope. So this week we are going to introduce another Faith Church original song. And the song was written as a reflection on Colossians and a reflection on our theme of all in. And in it, there's some language that speaks to the realities that I've just kind of been talking about, that, you know, we try to seek meaning and purpose and fulfillment in life, and sometimes we even seek it through religion, we seek it through Jesus and Christianity, but we don't find full fulfillment until we realize that it's not our striving to please Jesus that provides meaning and purpose and fulfillment, but that it's once we fully surrender and through faith, and by putting faith in Jesus Christ and His completed work, that we begin to realize that it's not our own works that provide fulfillment and satisfaction, that it's Christ in us. And when we are in Christ, then we know meaning and purpose and fulfillment. And so my hope is that that you would know this hope of Christ in you, and that you would mature in the fullness of the life that God has for you. And as you have freely received this gift of God's grace through faith, you would freely offer it to those around you as you mature, as you grow, as you show the world around you the hope of Christ in you. Have a blessed week, and again, I hope to be singing with you this Sunday.